It's recording. So, doing another Guilds of Ravnica draft. What did we play at the WMC? We played Selesnya tokens, Green Black Midrange, and Francesco's Jeskai list with Rekindling Phoenixes. We were pretty happy with the lineup. I think things just like broke poorly for us throughout the day. Our seal pool was quite weak. Guild, that is correct. Ultimate Masters. Good point, well presented, Amy. So, the best cards in this pack. Wild Mongrel is gas. Faithless Looting is gas. I think Mongrel is better than Looting. Sovereigns of Lost Aurora. This seems really strong. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you may search your library for an Aura card. Are we just taking this over the Mongrel? This seems really high upside. I kind of want to try it out. Yeah, this has to just be great, right? It's kind of awkward because Mongrel goes in so many decks. Whereas, like, Sovereigns is a bit more restrictive. But it still just seems very strong. Kind of hard for me to pass up on it. I also just want to give it a try and see how it feels in practice. Up there for the best art ever. The art is sweet. I agree. Alright, so the best cards here. Boar Umbra is really strong. It's like one of the best Umbras, I think. Just very efficient. Fire Ice is really versatile. There's not really much else going on. It doesn't fly, that is true. Oh my god, or gonna make me do some maths, try and figure out what that adds up to. I think I'm just taking the Boar Umbra. There's like a world in which you end up in Bant Heroic. It's also just like the strongest card in the pack, I think. Hey, Prometheus. Alright. So, don't really have any heroic stuff here, which is pretty unfortunate. Or no, like, obvious heroic stuff. Look at Beralda is quite strong. What's this? Whenever a creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 1 and away. This doesn't seem terribly exciting. I feel like the Wicker Beralda is probably the best card for us here. It's like one of the stronger cards in the pack. There's lots of good enchantments. It also goes with our Boar Umbra nicely, so we can just like say that we're probably in green. I think I like this. Other options are like Gurmag is pretty strong. I don't feel like we're anywhere near that. Shirei. I feel like if we want to be a Shirei deck, we'll wheel Shirei. But Shirei is sweet. Sorry, Shizo. Shizo, I need to correct myself there. Ooh, Puppy. There's also a Magmor, which is gas. So it's like these two. Oh, what's the worst? There was the stupid 3/2 from Theros block, which looked like it should have flying. It was like jumping out of the ocean. It was the one of the Splinter Twin style creatures that taps or untaps. That creature is really annoying for its art. Yeah, Magmor is probably the most powerful card. Wild Mongrel goes really well with the fact that we have 2 green cards so far. Red is the best color too, though, in the set, most likely. I think I just want the Magmor. Alright. Breaching Hippocamp. Yeah, Breaching Hippocamp totally looks like it flies. I will not have anyone tell me otherwise. I find it really frustrating. So, Basking Rootwaller, Spider Umbra are both like whatever, both in green. I don't know how good Grave Troll is. Feels like you need to be like blue-green for it. You'd probably take the Archaeomancer. For like blue-red. Archaeomancer's decent. Hey there, Ryan. Good to see you. I think this is pretty high upside. If we end up in blue-green somehow. Yeah, the rest of the pack is mad. I want to try out this card. Though, I've had like some creature-heavy Simic decks and Sultai decks. Banned in Modern must be OP, exactly. There's a Treasure Cruise. Doesn't really work. I think like kind of works with the Grave Troll. There's a Skullkeeper that works nicely with the Grave Troll. Scuzzy is just like one of the more powerful cards in the pack. Would leave us open to like red-green. It's really frustrating. There isn't like an obvious direction here that we should be heading. None of the strictly archetypal stuff seems to be flowing. Hey Selene. You thought I meant you? Yeah, I think the Scuzzy's pretty good. Alright, Wayfinder's nice if we end up heading in this direction. Also just a decent card. I feel like we're not really near white at all. I feel like we're doing something green, and we just need to figure out what. Hey Gra, good to see you. Alright. What does this do? Power and toughness equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Ooh. This kind of does some things. Right? I could see this being decent. I think I want this Boneyard Worm. It kind of gives me a direction. Yeah, another Wayfinder, just perfect. Perfect with our Worm and our Troll. You're upset you don't get to play Modern in Cleveland? Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Modern's sweet, but I'm really enjoying Standard at the moment. It's like pretty unfortunate all these people who qualified via Modern don't get to play Modern at the PT, I guess. Alright, we're definitely green. We're definitely doing some sort of graveyard shenanigans in green. We'll figure out the rest as we go along. These are like the cards that may or may not make it, depending on how our deck ends up looking. I think I want this Think twice. It's a nice thing to mill over with a Wayfinder. I'm kind of sad we don't have the Treasure Cruise. I can't remember what we took over it. Well, we took the Scuzzy over it. The Cruise would be looking nicer. No respect for Wayfinder. Wayfinder's gas. I fully respect the Wayfinder. Alright, I feel like this is the card we're most likely to play out of these. None of them really speak to me particularly, but ooh. Pulse is nice. Soulsfire is good in red-green, but I think we're trying to do something graveyardy. So I think we probably just want the Pulse. Huh. This card just seems so bad to me. I guess I'm gonna take it though. Probably prefer it over the Umbra. If the Lab Maniac tables, and we could get a Lab Maniac. Grave Troll seems bursted with Lab Maniac, jeez. You think, I think I prefer Kadama's Reach to Wayfinder, but I'm only like 5 or 6 drafts in at the moment. I think both are very, very good though. Stitch's Apprentice is kind of nice with these Wayfinders, with this stuff. It's not a terribly exciting card to pick this early. It's a circular logic if we find a puppy. And the logic ends up looking decent with all our self-mill. It's also possible we're just like not blue as our second color, but like we could be green-black. The Edict is strong. Yeah, Edict is decent. Like I kind of just want to take the Edict because I think it's like the highest upside. I'm not convinced it's necessarily better than Last Gasp. It's very good. This is like a really swingy card, right? Some decks this is absurd against, and some it's like awkward against. It's a nice thing to mill over too, though. I think I can take this. Oh my god, Fauna Shaman. This card is messed up. Don't have any madness stuff yet. I can try and pick some up now, though. So missing out on another Edict. Missing out on Archaeomancer. That makes complete sense, Ryan. I definitely agree that all the decks are much better when they have a plan that they're focused on. For sure. Right, I'm just taking the Fauna Shaman. It's like very much what we want to be doing here. This pack is unexciting. Maybe just another Elder. It's like pretty nice against the heroic decks. I feel like we'll go over top of a bunch of other decks. Yeah, Shurei is nice with Wayfinders. I feel like there's a chance we wheel the Shurei. Not many people want that card. I think I'm taking the Elder. A Rogue's Passage with the Gravetron Boneyard. That's an interesting shop. I didn't think of that at all. That's actually not terrible. On the same balance, I think Mark of the Vampire is not unreasonable here either with these two in our deck. Like, I feel like auras in general are just like pretty defensible because the removal's not great. There's so many Shureis. This is the third one we've seen this draft. So there's a Prey Upon, just looking like fine in our deck. There's a Reckless Worm if we were to end up green-red. It's like good with our Fauna Shaman. There's a Crow, which works with our self-mill theme. If we end up black-red. I think I just want the Prey Upon. Not 100% sure on that though. Without like the, oh my god, this is perfect with the Fauna Shaman. This is so good. It's a creature for these. It's a madness thing for our Shaman if we end up black-green. Oh my gosh, Phil. Thanks for gifting that sub to Ryan. Appreciate you. I guess in slight change to tradition, everyone gets some jam in chat to celebrate this glorious occasion. Oh my god, another twins. The Moan isn't bad, it just doesn't work for my troll and my worm. That's like super well. If we take another twins, we can start taking puppies absurdly highly. Start taking dragoons too. And it's just so good with the Fauna Shaman. Being able to like tutor up a bunch of cantripping 3/5s. Wayfinder, perfect. I don't think there's anything else that's really an option here. Instant speed, 3/5 for 4 mana chain is great. They all cantrip as well. Essentially, they cantrip into another creature. Bunch of like fine cards here. Like, we're not completely unable to pick up reanimation for this, otherwise this looks not great though. There's a world in which we find a sack outlet. We can also like chump with the Wayfinders. I'm not really sure. Alright, so we got another pulse, which is pretty great. Sadly we're not in Archaeomancer colors currently. There's an Unholy Hunger, which is like fine. There's a Mark, which is fine. I think Mark is better than it looks. We have like a lot of huge bodies in this deck. I'm taking one of the black cards. I think we'll get a Mark later. Ooh. Oh, there's also a Slum Reaper with our Wayfinders. Also puts creatures in the yard for these. 3/5, you may not like it, but this is what. Oh my god, Alesha. I'm really sad not to be blue-green. I feel like our deck would be sweeter if we were blue-green. We'd be able to like be more linear, but this still has some nice synergies with what we have going on. Could take the Rogue's Passage now. Can even pulse it back. Or we could take the Shirei for our Wayfinders. Feels a bit too cute to me. I think the Rogue's Passage is a nice upside. I think I want this over the Shirei. It's like a nice thing to mill over. And it's not a creature for these, sadly, but it makes our Wayfinders better. I just don't see this card coming together for us. So this is kind of something with the Fecundity. I guess this is also kind of something with the Fecundity. It's like, both of them are pretty whatever. This is not the worst Madness Enabler if we end up with enough more Madness stuff. Alright. This pack is exceedingly medium. Are we just taking the Dragoon here? Because of our twins? There's like zero other options. Yikes. I am currently regretting not being green-blue. I don't think we can make the mana work, Alesha. I think we're just meant to, like, take our stupid 5/5 and feel happy with it. This card is so messed up. You just gotta believe. I think we're just meant to take this. Sorry that I'm getting too responsible in my old age. Yeah, snap off the no funfish. Ooh, a mongrel. This means we can cut the gnomes. Lassie with the 4-month resub. Everyone get some hearts in chat. Celebrate Lassie continuing to be a Knight of Autumn. It means a ton to me. Thank you for the continued support. I'm so happy we got a puppy. This puppy is great. Might wheel the mark of the K. Found ourselves a deck. everything's coming together. Oh, spider spawning is in this set. Yep. Yep. Oh my god, another angler. Also, does Entomb do anything for us? Not really. Sadly. I think we want this angler. Just like keep focusing on our linear game plan of graveyard shenanigans. We really need more wayfinders. We're really pushing it with these wayfinders like a lot. Oh, we can Entomb Grave Troll. Is that good? That might be good. I think I'm just taking the fish. I'm not sure that's correct. Maybe Entomb Grave Troll is just great. Just like get our engine online so fast. Alright, we have a Scrabbler. I don't really want another Delve thing. We've already got 2 anglers. I think the Scrabbler is not terrible. We have a Mongrel, a Shaman, and a Dragoon. It's also just like a gas thing to 2 to 4 with the Shaman. Huh. Pretty good with the fish. There's also another Prey Upon. This is like a solid value though. To mill over. This seems pretty great. Oh my god, this is absurd. How are we getting past like a 6th or 7th pick puppy? Okay, how many playables are we at if we cut this stuff? We're at 24. So our decks kind of come together. Jeez, hasn't it just? I don't understand it, Lassie. The puppy's so good. The puppy's so good. Shining Fae with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. Appreciate you. Everyone get some hearts in chat for Shining Fae. Welcome them to the fold. Welcome them to knighthood. Okay, I think I'll take the salvage. I'm not 100% I'll play it. I guess I might as well though. It's like potentially a nice thing to mill over. Could set up Delve correctly on like key turns. Pretty sure the fish is just better than Mandrills, especially with Brawn in our deck. This format is amazing, Natalie. I adore it. I'm only like 6 drafts in, but it's my favourite draft format I've played in a long, long time. This deck is pretty sweet too. Alright, we're at 25 playables. So we need to cut 2 cards from the sideboard. The only things I'm really considering, I think the Patchwork Gnomes is like almost there. Almost good enough. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I'd consider. That's alright. That's alright, Natalie. I'm glad you enjoyed the deck. The deck is... I am excited for it. It's my first time drafting black-green in this set. So I think the worst cards are the second Wickerburr Elder, the Moan of the Unhallowed. I don't hate just having a removal spell, to be honest. Oh my god, Phil. So the sub goal that's currently listed is just for unlocking more emote slots. Although I'm currently waiting on the emotes to be sent to me, the final versions of the emotes to be sent to me for the ones I've commissioned, before I get any more commissioned anyway. But that's mainly what the sub goal is indicating currently. Although I am planning on some long streams this weekend, most likely, if everything works out. So I think these 2 cards are not great. I think the Prey Upon's pretty good. I think the Unholy Hunger is also like medium. And the Ghoul Steed is like, I guess it's a nice thing to mill over. It's another Madness Enabler. It's probably good enough. I think these are the 3 worst cards and we have to cut 2 of them. So I'm fairly sure this Moan is going. I think I'm just cutting the second Wicker Barada and accepting I'm playing like medium removal spell. Alright. Also, I think I like this Rogue's Passage with the Pulse and Marasa on our deck. Although, to be fair, the Brawn is kind of like a Rogue's Passage already. 60-hour stream, there's only so many hours in a weekend, oh dear lord. I would die. That would be a lot. Alright, so 9 forests. So we definitely need at least 9 green sources because we got these Wayfinders. I guess if I do this, I get to cut the Rogue's Passage. That's probably fine. I almost wonder if we're meant to have 16 lands with 3 Wayfinders. What do people think about only playing 16 lands with 3 Wayfinders? Our deck's pretty mana hungry. Got like Spider Spawning. We're gonna be like dredging Grave Troll eventually. We've got all these like Madness Chains of Fauna Shaman that are pretty mana intensive. I think we can play 16 lands though. We can cut this Rogue's Passage. You would ask someone sensible. I think that makes asking chat a mistake then, right? So we get to bring 1 spell back in. Probably one of these 2. This is like the thing. Whatever spell we're including is not as good as... Like, just isn't terribly impressive. I think I don't hate having a second Wicker Barada main though. Heroic deck's really scary. I feel like our deck goes pretty over the top of a bunch of the other decks. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, Moan is decent. I could see putting a Moan in instead of the second Elder. I'm kind of torn on that. I'm gonna try this out though. I've been like pretty impressed with Elder. There's like a bunch of Faith's Fetters running around as well. Alright, on the play. Hand is perfect. Easiest keep of our lives. Do need ourselves a free 5 for this puppy, but can't really complain. That's fair, lassie. I could definitely see there being a bunch of games where it's just a free for 4 and it looks a lot worse. Maybe I've been running hot with it. This is kind of wild. Do I want to discard this Grave Troll? Just start dredging. I don't think I need to do that quite yet. Just like take a draw step. Alright. So I can attack and then prey upon this post-combat. And search my way. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about, like, going all in on Grave Troll dredging against blue-white because of Faith's Feathers, but I guess if we do, we build towards Spider Swarming really quickly. So it's actually, like, kind of reasonable on that basis. We do have 2 Elders in our deck if our Grave Troll does get feathers. Salvage or forest? I kind of want to have the salvage in the yard in case I want to dredge a land. It means we don't have double black, but I think that's fine. I'm just gonna do this just to actually, do I fight with the Wayfinder to get a creature in my yard? That can't be correct. Oh, this seems fine. This will die at some point, right? It's like no rush. Skywing Avon. That is not particularly threatening. Right, I'm just going to start dredging this. I'm going to hit enough creatures and a couple dredges to cast it soon enough, right? And then we build towards spawning pretty well. It doesn't mean we don't get to cast nothing this turn, I guess, but we milled Brawn. Jesus. This is kind of gas. Oh my god. I guess I get to discard a card to save it, but that's entirely okay with me. Maybe I was meant to hold this in hand. Maybe I don't want to be dredging 6 more. Because, like, I'm limited on how many times I can actually do that over the course of the game. Awesome. So we still hit them for 4 thanks to Brawn being amazing. This is gas. That is a strong Magic the Gathering card. I haven't found out Spider Spawning yet, but that means we can potentially draw it, which sounds great. Alright, I think if this dies, this is bigger. How big is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's currently an 11/11 Trampler. Just like forcing them to have face feathers. Yeah, if they want to block Wayfinder, they just make our Grave Troll bigger. Make the Spider Spawning we're drawing next turn better. Deal. These don't have feathers. Even if they do, we have a Wickerburrowder left in our deck that then just like threatens to kill them at any point. Can we errata to swap the names of Sublime Archangel and Exalted Angel, please? That would be excellent, yes. Would be strongly in favor of that. We have 2 Wicker Elders. We brought the second one in and went down to 16 lands. It was like the final tweak we made to the deck. The full name is quite excellent, Selene. Oh, they're both. Oh, geez, they're both in the yard. Alright, that's a bit scarier. So Faith Set is actually just brutal. We've also lost Pulse Marasa. We do have a Spawning in our deck somewhere though. Is our deck just all lands at the moment? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 7 lands on the deck. 7 lands, 8 spells. Yeah, that's true. They'd have cast the feathers by now. I don't know which is more gas here, the Brawn or the Grave Troll. Their powers combined. Yeah, I don't really want to put Troll in. Oh yeah, I guess I can put... No, if they fetters Troll, you can't activate its activated ability, so you can't put it in the grave. So that's not actually the case. Resolves. Okay, opponent. Deal. They're attacking. What do they have? I'm terrified. I'm just gonna draw for turn, I think. What could they possibly have here? Swift Reckoning is a sorcery at the moment. Oh, just the wind? That's true. Yeah. Alright. Good shout, Gra. Okay. I mean, we do just recast it, and then they're in the same position this turn. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to play my land out because of spawning. It does take away a damage from the Mongrel next turn, potentially. 1 less card in hand. So what cards left in our deck? We have Edict, Spawning, Unholy Hunger. We're through all 3 Wayfinders. We're through both Puppies. There's a Fish. There's a Twins. There are 6 lands. That's 11 cards. What do you call a Gurmag Angler? Oh my god. Oh my god, Selene. Hey, Grave Troll. Banned in Modern for a reason, huh? I don't think this is quite the reason, but it's not far off. Alright, we definitely want the 2 Elders against them. We didn't, because they seem to have some heroic stuff going on. The Edicts are good. Wild Mongrel is not in Modern, sadly. Would that it were. I think I'm kind of just running this back. I think the Moan of the Unhallowed is not terrible here. by any means. Doesn't really block flyers, sadly. I think I'm just gonna stay focused on my plan until I see more of their deck. We also just don't have that many sideboard cards. We moved in on our strategy a bit late in the draft. Ooh. This hand has potential. In fact. This hand has a lot of potential. If Mongrel were legal in modern, Grave Troll would have never been unbanned at all. Strong statement. Alright, that's a Guild Mage. Ooh, this one seems nice against them. We've got our Wayfinder. So I believe I go Fauna Shaman this turn and then Wayfinder next turn. Wayfinder try and hit a forest so we can start activating the Shaman. And dig for our Grave Troll. Kinda like that. Yeah, this is the Madness theme set, Alesha. It's great. Huh. This is interesting. I don't think I want to trade. It makes the Slum Reaper really good if I trade. But the Fauna Shaman is very powerful. I'm just going to take this. I did see Simic Ascendancy is nice. I'm a fan of Simic Ascendancy. Completely agree with you. Alright, I really want this to resolve. If it gets countered, that's pretty sad. Okay then. Perfect. Mill the Edict. Couldn't do better. Now we get to Fauna Shaman and start digging for some nonsense. Next turn we start making 3/5s every turn for the entire game. Or I guess next turn we Slum Reap, but the turn after we start making 3/5s every turn for the rest of the game. Oh no, we've milled one of our twins. We still got another one in the deck though. We still get 8/3, 3/5, and then we dig for our Grave Troll to start fueling the spider spawning. I think the Dragoon can go. It's the worst of these two Madness enablers, and we got this enabling Madness anyway. That's an excellent question, Temperance. I hope so. I would be skeptical about it being good, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. So I want to get twins this turn. I think. And then I untap Slum Reap. I'm doing well, Crania. I'm doing very well tonight. It's good to see you. Alright, I definitely just want to do this. I'm gonna attack for free and then cast the Reaper. They could have Plume Veil, but they'd have cast it already. They'd have had to draw it for turn. Obviously be brutal if they do have it, but you know, get God or whatever. God, this deck is so nice. There are two ways to get the awesome light token pool. you can get them from the Patreon, or I'm also going to have my own stash of them that I will have with me at GPs, but I do not have any yet. So I don't know if I'll have them by Prague. I assume I will, but we will find out. But I will have a stash at GPs. It will not be the biggest stash ever, so it'll probably be limited to like 1 per person, but it will be a stash. It will be nice. This card is not beatable. I am planning on making my own one at some point soon, Alesha, for what it's worth. Ooh, post them out to people who sub for a year. I might ask Chantel if I can do that, because that is a very good shout. I like that idea a lot. Alright, get to hit them for 4, get to cast the twins, I guess. I'm really scared of this card. I'm worried that it's just gonna bury us. What the hell? Yes, deal. I'm so happy. I've never been happier. It's absurd. I'm gonna cast this now because of counter spells. I just want to guarantee I get my free 5 out. Now I get a Grave Scrabbler to get back the other twins. Huh. It all makes sense now. I'm very okay with this. Yeah, our deck developed very nicely, Prometheus. Our deck is excellent. Alright. I don't really attack into this very easily. I can go Scrabble back the twins. Cast a Wayfinder. And then pretty soon I can Angler without losing too many creatures. Alright, so. Oh my god, we milled Brawn. That's so nice. These Delve cards are really awkward in our deck. We just really want to have creatures in the graveyard. Let's get back Slum Reaper. Slum Reaper's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. Go Slum Reaper next turn and then potentially Edict them the turn after. And now we get the Boneyard Worm. We get to go Boneyard Worm plus Slum Reaper next turn. Still have 7 cards in hand somehow. Yeah, they might just not have any instants and sorceries in hand, and they figure they need the Stitch Drake to block with, and I don't know. Still seems suspect, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sure they have their reasons. Yeah, our mana efficiency this game is absurd, for sure. Completely agree. Also, our deck this game is absurd. Also that. Ooh, that is feisty. It's also scary, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, just another Stitch Drake. Alright. I'm just drawing for turn. So I want to hit an untapped land, ideally. Okay. So we go Reaper, sack Wayfinder, cast Boneyard Worm. Get a 6/6 trample in play. It's looking pretty good for us. Still have 5 spells in hand, one of them is absurd. Oh my god, double spider spawning, that's unreal, Lassie. That's so ridiculous. Oh yeah, if we draw a land for Edict, it's absurd. Yep, agree. I don't think Wrath of... I don't know if... are there any Wraths in this set? There's All Is Dust. I don't think I've seen any other than All Is Dust. Oh, there's Rolling Temblor, but that doesn't hit us badly. I'm not really sure what other Wraths there are. I'm still learning the set. I feel like All Is Dust is the only proper Wrath I've seen though. Nice. Deck is a delight. Somehow picking this Grave Troll was just like the smartest move we ever made. Engineered Explosives kinda, yeah, I've had some good Engineered Explosives turn. Card can be decent against the heroic decks specifically. And you're right, Inject Helio. God, our deck is great. A+ would draft again. Yeah, Rolling Temblor. That one wouldn't have really hit us very badly there, I think, though. So we had that going for us. The Slum Reaper has actually been kind of nice in this deck. Tutorable Edict effect. I think I'm meant to keep this. If we draw a swamp, this hand is absurd. If we draw a Satyr Wayfinder, then it's good. Crossing my fingers. UMA's been extended. Oh my god, Paul. That's the best news. That makes me so happy. I can't remember the last time I've enjoyed in a draft set this much. Admittedly, I'm only like 6 drafts in. Until January 11th. That's amazing. That's the best news I've heard in a while. Alright, well, that is not a swamp, but we're going to draw a swamp next turn. It's going to be beautiful. It'll compete against Cube. It will. Honestly, I prefer this to Cube. I've been liking Ultimate Masters a lot. I think it's better than the Modo Cubes. The only one that's like kind of close is the Powered Cube, I guess, which is the cube that's going to be up. But, just drafting this always feels like such an adventure. Yes! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, this is great. This is just swell. Just perfect. So doing it. The puppy's so busted. Oh, is this a real magic card? I like how they put like enough graveyard stuff and madness stuff in the set that they actually managed to make Wild Mongrel good again. After years of it being like a shadow of its former self. It's so nice to have the puppy be playable. Not just playable, but like actively good. Alright, I don't think I'm discarding anything. I think I'm just playing my free. Seems decent. I guess that I could discard this and then discard 2 things to bring this back, and I don't know. I think we're fine just playing out a free. We're pressuring them plenty. Graveyard Masters, it really is. Honestly, I've been tempted to like take this set as a framework and build like a cube working off of it, maybe moving away from the heroic stuff and like just going all in on the graveyard nonsense. I don't know how much you can do that, but I think it would be really fun. Just like fully graveyard cube. Odyssey block draft. Alright, so next time they're taking 9. Seemingly. But it's not really doing much over there. Against, like, on that draw. Yeah, white would be tricky, for sure. I actually adore Invasion Block Injectilio. Whenever that set comes up on Flashback, it makes me so happy. I haven't drafted many of the old sets, but I've drafted a bunch of Invasion Block. And it's like kind of janky, but also kind of delightful. Wow, they get 2 chump blockers. Alright, they actually have a chance now. They just went like +6 life. This is nice. Alright. See if we can find a Brawn. We cannot. We did mill 3 creatures though, which is really good for our 1. Yeah, for sure, like, I get that Invasion Block is not as good now as it used to be, but I find it kind of charming. Which is like, there are plenty of old sets that were I to draft them, I imagine I'd find them frustrating and not very fun. Whereas I find, like, Invasion Block distinctly charming. What am I discarding? I am discarding a card. It is not the Boneyard Worm. The land. Maybe. I feel like it's the land or the spider spawning. The Steed. Steed is a creature in the yard for the Boneyard Worm and lets us make another spider. That's kind of valid, Injectilio. Then if they trade off of a creature in combat next turn, we get another spider. Alright. Alright, I'm kind of on board. Not about this, this 5 mana 4/4 life. That sounds atrocious, Paul. You're not wrong. Sounds not ideal. Right. Boneyard Worm. Mighty 4/4 for 2 mana. Our deck is very efficient in Jactilio. Oh yeah, Karmic Guide. Karmic Guide is nice. Karmic Guide is V nice. Revelark. Sounds amazing. So we're getting some sort of red-green madness deck. Again, I'm not really sure what I want yet. Not really seen their deck truly in action. I just feel like just focusing on my core game plan is so good. I wouldn't hate the Rogue's Passage here. They have a bunch of like beefy blockers, I have to assume, further up their curve. Oh, that's interesting in Jactilio. I'm kind of curious to see what the next, like, postmodern format is. Whatever they end up doing with it and calling it. I did hear about the Skavrov, it's great. It's like the best news I've heard in a while. This hand is kind of a yikes. Kind of a yikes. Draw land, Wild Mongrel, GG, hand great. It's true. Going to 5 is so bad. We have like Olivia's Dragoon, Wild Mongrel, Fauna Shaman that are all absurd draws. And Wayfinders that are like fine draws. Like so many 2-drops in my deck, I think I'm just going to keep this. Am I forced to keep a land? I believe I am. Sadly. Rather than scry to the bottom and dig for a 2-drop. Holy cow. Let's draw a Satyr Wayfinder. Make this card look really embarrassing. Rip. Rest in pieces. Is this players? Alright. Well, next time we get to play like a 3/3, strong magic. That deck seems a bit different from last game. By different, I mean like functional. Okay. What am I doing? The Brawn can block this. Also like Slum Reaper, Pulseback, Slum Reaper. Our deck seems different from last game too. I guess I'm just casting this. I'm not in love with this. If they just like get it and swing in, it's pretty rough for us. There is an argument for just Slum Reaping, but I'm not sure Slum Reaping away the Shred Freak is exactly how we're gonna win this game. Ooh, that'd be really cool, Amy. The set is great. Definitely, it's a bit complicated. Like I'm still finding it challenging, but it's also really just like fun. The decks are so wild. Yeah, that makes sense, Amy. I have the same thing whenever I visit my mum. I would be amazed if we won this game. I guess they're out of cards. If we draw a land, we can kill this. What is that deck? The Rakdos Shred Freak Spider Spawning deck? I mean, I guess that's a thing. God, they can deal 4 damage with this next turn. Spider spawning raid bombardment is kind of unbeatable. Never thought I'd say those words. Never thought I'd say those words. I think I just have to kill the Alchemist. I don't really know how I win from here though. I just have to play the Twins right to block the Rootwaller. Yeah. So they put us to 10, they untap, put us to 9, then to 8 off the looting. And then to 4 off attacks. We do have the Wickerbur Elders that can answer the raid bombardment. Which is pretty important right now. They have a Fiery Temper here. Make us feel really sad. You can have a 4/3. In fact. Rootwaller Bombardment it's something. They have multiple spider spawnings. What are we doing? You can pray. The problem is the stupid raid bombardment. I can prey upon the Alchemist. Yeah, we can gain life off this, like. We're just gonna die to the spider spawning flashbacks. It's not ideal, in fact. Also, to gain life of this, we need to give them like their next land, essentially. Yeah, we just can't win this, I believe. Alright. We'll be on the play. Also, their deck doesn't seem particularly consistent, so we have that going for us. I don't believe I won the Opal Snout. Yeah, we could go prey upon them pulse to survive, but I don't think we can actually win from there. I'd be shocked if we could win from there. Even if we were like demonic tutored every turn. I think this card's just really underpowered. I think I'm just running it back. In fact, I'm not sure this Unholy Hunger is actually good against them. But the other options would be like a Boar Umbra to try and close the game out quicker. Which I'm not particularly in love with. Let's just draw better than last game. Oh, the Edict's really bad, actually. I should probably take out the Edict. They have multiple Wayfinders. Anyway. Yeah, you're right, Prometheus. I got there. A bit late. A bit late. I think Reaper's still fine. Because Reaper still fuels our graveyard. With the Wayfinders, we cash into it. But I think Edict is just like quite bad. Should probably be a Boar Umbra. Or an Ophel Snout. Alright. Fuel that graveyard. Boar Umbra is very good in Joctilio. Card is scary. Very push drawer. Completely agree with you. Well, that would have been a good turn for an Edict. Alright, they have Rakdos Shred Freak, so I don't think bluffing a point of damage is actually a thing we should do. Just like happily pass the turn here. Hope they don't have a Wayfinder so this Slum Reaper can do work. Should attack there. They literally have Rakdos Shred Freak in their deck, Prometheus. I will take 4 damage. Okay. Ugh, that was my fear. Now we can't kill the Alchemist. It's really good. The games where we don't have a Madness Enabler, our deck feels a bit more clunky and awkward. Our draw's still like fine, but can definitely be stronger. Right, they took a mountain. Okay then, that is an absurd draw. I think we're just playing the Fauna Shaman now. The Slum Reaper only kills a Wayfinder anyway. And then we get to start doing nonsense next turn. Just hope that this Fauna Shaman survives. Please. Let her live. It's kind of unreal how good Thermo Alchemist is even in their deck. The card is just like nuts in this format. Like even in like a spider spawning heavy creature deck, the card is still just terrifying. For sure in Joctilio. Pulp is actually like surprisingly high power level at times. Like Daze sees play. And Gush. Aw, thanks Kat. I'm glad you like it so much. It's one of my favorite ones at the moment. It's good to see you. Alright, Really just kind of want to hit lands now that we have the Fauna Shaman in play. Oh, Daze definitely sees less play than it should in Pauper. Honestly, I think Daze sees less play than it should in Legacy. When I was like preparing for the PT, I was trying out like some Dazes and Sneak and Show, like a couple copies, and they were actually kind of nice. Please don't hit any root rollers. Oh, Shred Freak, deal. A-okay with that. Got this Wayfinder. Ready for the Shred Freak. I guess they're just filling their yard for spawning, but... Alright. Obviously could upkeep dredge this, but I think I just want to start discarding twins every turn. Slowly accruing 3/5s. I mean, this Alchemist is scary. And like, if they have a spider spawning, that could do some work. So I don't know that the 3/5s just outright win the game on their own, but they do help. Yeah, that could be the case, Temperance. I could see that. Too bad we don't have a Lana or Elf. Oh my god, that'd actually be really good. Another looting. Jeez, the flashback on each of these is an extra damage with the Alchemists. I kind of need to hit a land to kill the Alchemist. I wonder if I was meant to tutor for a wave. Yeah, I think I meant to tutor for a Wayfinder. So that if I brick on a land, I can get this Unholy Hunger online. Please don't hit a spawning. Thank God. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tutor for a Wayfinder off this Twins. So I just need to get this thing out of play really soon. Alright. Means if I brick on a land, I can still go get one. Hey there, Chocolate Man. Good to see you. Wait, we hit the land anyway. Right, I'm pretty sure I'm just killing this, right? It just needs to die. Just like non-optional. When is the double Jeopardy vote? I do not actually know what you're referring to. Swings these with the Twins. Do I swing with the Fauna Shaman? It would trade to the Wayfinders. That seems terrible for me. I'm just going to swing with the Twins. Hope that we don't get... If we can fade spawning for a couple turns, I think we're in a fine position. It's mainly spawning that I'm scared of right now. Oh, they're bricking on lands. Or are they attacking to get more spiders? I guess that's what they're doing. Get in a free damage and get another spider. Oh, there's a second referendum. Is that a thing that's actually going to happen? Jesus. Right. Interesting. This is gonna be a tough game. Alright, suppose I start with Wayfinder. So I can fuel this gummy. Slum Reaper, not looking the best. We'll admit. Alright, I get to discard the Scrabbler as well in their turn, then I have 4 blockers. As long as they don't have the second spider spawning or the thing that deals damage when they attack. And we're kind of not completely dead. Exciting so much of our graveyard, obviously not ideal, but do what you must. I think this is what we're doing. Yeah, Raid Bombardment. Yep, we're dead to Raid Bombardment. Exactly. Not a lot we can do about that though. That deck is weirdly terrifying. I'm not convinced like the Rakdos Shred Freaks are ideal, but outside of that, it does some nasty stuff. I think I might have underestimated how good their deck is just because of the Shred Freaks looking really bad. I'm not gonna lie, I do not follow all the details of how the Brexit thing works. I'm not terribly great at the whole political thing. God, they're what, 1 land away from spider spawning again? That sounds about right, Cambo. I could believe that. I wish I had an Oval Snout in my deck. Like a 2/4. I have so many regrets. Oval Snout would be great. Like, how busted would Oval Snout be here? I guess we'd still probably die to the looting, but alright. It would be 0-4 the hook. Exactly. Exactly. How do we win this game? Not really sure. I think is the honest answer. Like, our deck feels really fair at the moment. Oh, we take Boney so we can double spell. That's fair. That's fair. If they had Raid Bombardment, they would have cast it. So I don't think taking Elder achieves very much. I wonder if we can go like upkeep, discard Grave Troll, dredge 6. Hope to hit like 6 creatures somehow. Feels really improbable. I feel like my best shot is trying to do my own spider spawning is the thing. Elder protects from spawning if they have it. I don't really know how. I think I'm getting the Wayfinder. Then I'm going to go upkeep, discard Grave Troll, Dredge Troll. And then, like, the Wayfinder potentially helps dig for the spawning. I think any way of winning this involves getting our own spawning in the yard. So that we can block a bunch of their spiders. It's really awkward because our spawning is way worse than their spawning. But because we've exiled like 3 creatures to our angler and have a bunch of our creatures sitting in play. Okay. This Wickerber Elder. Dredge this Grave Troll. Miller Mighty Chainer's Edict. Awesome, awesome. So I think I need to Wayfinder into a forest. No, I can't madness this anymore. I need to just Wayfinder into a land. I could also just play this, but it's so small at the moment. It's currently 3 power. I'm gonna try and Wayfinder into a land. Just to get another blocker in play. It's not ideal. Gives them another spider, but gets another creature in our yard. This is like not an unreasonable point at which to concede. It's like a bit problematic, Lassie. It's a bit problematic, jeez. 2 spider spawnings is heckin' nice. I wish we had the second one. I think we'd be messed up then. This hand has potential. It's fine, Elisha. It's a bit above my head. I am not very good at following politics stuff, but if y'all are enjoying talking about it, it doesn't bother me particularly. Shred Freak OP, indeed. So OP. That is a good draw. Damn. No, Rune Snag. Huh. Kind of heartbreaking. I was so excited. Alright, we get to pulse this back this turn, I guess. Past the turn, they can potentially counter the pulse, which is not ideal. I'm not sure how much I care about them countering it, but I guess I might as well just do it now. Rather than, like, giving them the option. Yeah, we're doing Phantom. The Phantom drafts is just, like, such a good rate compared to the real ones. It really is, Chocolate. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Alright. I think I just, like, cast my Brawn. It's a really awkward thing for them to counter. Next turn I go Puppy into Twins. Okay. Don't they have to return the Skywing even? How is that good? They don't have a dual flyer in play. Why didn't they just cast this? Why didn't they just cast their fiery? I don't get it. I'm really confused. Alright. Alright, opponent. You do you. It does have Madness. I'm not wrong. Just gonna do this now so they can't counter it. It was a much cooler line. You're not wrong. I will grant you that. Whoa. Whoa. Punished. Look at this punishment. Okay. I'm honestly kind of okay with it. It buys me 2 life, eats through their mana for a whole turn, and is like a 1-for-0, but... So, you know, I guess I'll take it. Opponent did not block. This might be overly cute. Kinda like it. Ensure that we get a creature in play. Too cute, but great. I'll take it. You know what? That's a line I'll settle for. Sure. Means I get my 4/4. This is super heckin' cute. It really is. Glad you agree, Alasha. I do not know what Slum Reaper's name in German is. Enlighten me. Interesting. Alright. Like what you're selling me, deck. Am I just discarding this now? I guess I can discard it in my next upkeep. I just feel like if I discard this now, I can, like, sack the puppy to this. I'm playing this game way more aggressively than I'm used to playing Magic, just like discarding cards for damage every turn. Ooh, that is true, Alex. That might in fact happen. I think I'd be okay with that. Would I say that I am learning to jam? In fact, I might say such a thing. I think this puppy can go now. I think the puppy's done its work. This tramples over nicely next turn. Once we've dredged this once, the Grave Troll's going to be plenty big enough. Alright, they get to do some tradesies, but they take a bunch of trample. And put some creatures in my yard for me. Plays the last post, the good pupper. The pupper will be missed. Pupper worked hard for us. We will remember the pupper and all that it did. I mean, they have to just the wind of this Grave Troll every turn for the rest of the game. Cool. Grave Troll's so good. I should start drafting this card higher. It's been really impressive, this draft. Any cards we're unimpressed by? Wicker Marauder has to be bad against blue-red, right? I think I can cut one. Don't know if I want like some Caphodians or Patchwork Gnomes. Honestly, even a Scuzzy might be fine, although our curve's already pretty high. Or a Moan. This makes multiple bodies. It's also multiple spells against counter magic. I think I like the Moan a lot. I'm gonna cut the other Elder for just a free drop of some description. Don't know if I prefer Caphodian just as a free bigger body, or a Patchwork Gnomes because it works well with our Madness things and they're like pretty good at countering our enablers. I think I'm gonna play a Caphodian there. Oh, I loved that Prometheus. That was my favourite thing in Modern Dredge. Back when Grave Troll was legal. Someone would put a Grafdigger's Cage in play and you'd be like, deal. Dredge my Loam, get back some lands. Dredge my Loam, get back some lands, cast my Grave Troll. It was delightful. Wow. This is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. In fact, certainly not Hearthstone cards. I know, it's so great, Alex. It's like obviously what the deck's meant to do, right? What else would you do with your Dredge deck? Alright. Okay. This is actually gonna get a bit awkward next turn. Land. Alright, at least we're both missing lands. We got that going for us. At least we're both discarding to hand size. I didn't actually mean that deck. I was joking. To be clear. Alright. What are we discarding? Cards I like least are Prey Upon. Basically just Prey Upon. Yeah. It's like hard to keep a creature in play against them. One more land and we can discard twins to hand size. The dream. Oh my god, this is the purest game of Magic I've ever seen. Get that madness value. Yes! Taste it. If I cast something, they're just gonna rune snag it. Is it awful that I kind of just want to pass the turn? See if they discard the hand size again. Go. No! Punished! Punished! Hey, land, perfect. Now we go land Wayfinder. They don't get to snag my Wayfinder. Or they do get to snag my Wayfinder. It's also fine. Hey, we milled a Grave Troll, Jesus. Oof. Guess we know what we're drawing every turn for the rest of the game. Yeah, they have a second snag in hand. You are correct. Almost certainly. Look at this Ghoulsteed in our yard, though. It's interesting. Kinda want to return Ghoulsteed. Yeah. We don't get to put in twins off the Ghoulsteed this time around, so it's not quite as adorable as last time. But playing around snag is nice. Alright. They discarded the rune snag. Amusing. Oh yeah, Ty, it's like the best news, right? It was such great news. Thermo Alchemist resolves. It's kind of nice. Lets us double spell next turn into the rune snag. What am I discarding? I kind of want to keep the Edict. I think I'm getting rid of the Unholy Hunger. And not sure what else. I think the twins is not terribly exciting here. It's just worse than casting a Grave Troll. We want to be double spelling on the turns when we're not casting Grave Troll. Alright. Looks a bit embarrassing that we're not madnessing this, but kind of feels right to me to get rid of the twins. I will not dredge my Dakmor Salvage, thank you, Modo. Woo. Alright, we Edict them before attacking. I go cast Scaphodian first. See if they snag it. Now we edict them. Six. Now we're just miles ahead on board, and our hand's absurd. How many are these for? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5/5 at the moment. These Gurmag Anglers have been impressively awkward with these cards, I'm not gonna lie. Woo! Value. Or they could fail to madness it properly. Alright. I think I just want to draw for turn. I've got these things that want more things in the yard, I guess, but I'm pretty happy just casting the Ghoulsteed for a turn and saving my dredges just to make sure we can return Grave Troll. They did do the thing main phase, more or less. I'm just gonna cast my steed. If it resolves, it's great. If it's countered, whatever. No one's ever beat a 5-mana 4/4. Some people have managed to beat a 5-mana 4/4. Jesus. Alright, well. This it's got more interesting. Yes, I'm now dredging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not that many creatures. This is 16 damage. So I believe I can get away with attacking them for 7. Oh, they do not have Wonder. Oh no, we don't have any flying. We have Trample, Ty. We have Brawn in our deck, which is pretty good with Grave Troll and the Worm. Yeah, for sure, Alex. That is an option. Wonder isn't in the, I think Wonder is in the set, isn't it? I thought Wonder was in the set. I might be wrong. It's not here. I guess Wonder is kind of a miserable Magic card, to be fair. Oh my god. You're kidding me. Yeah. Alright. We have encountered a problem. We're also gonna deck before them, which is like an issue too. At least they don't have raid bombardment. Exactly. I guess I want to try and trade some of these off, so I can make the Grave Troll bigger. Or I can try and catch them with the Brawn if they're not careful. Seems kind of improbable. gonna attack with this. See if I can trade it for a couple of zombos. Make our Grave Troll slightly bigger here. So it's at 6/6. It's gonna eat through. So they block with 3 zombies, it eats through 2. Like almost treading water, weirdly. In our own way. Alright. So attack with Grave Troll. Dog is a good... Oh my gosh, yeah. Dog is a nice brawner. You're right. We could have got in 4 damage here if we played the puppy out pre-combat. So we're on 20, so they have to get in with 5 zombos. Krichkin, Twitch Prime sub, thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. Appreciate you, appreciate the support. Everyone get some hearts in chat for Krichkin. Sure, thanks. I almost wonder if this turn I'm just spider spawning, because I just need to try and stay alive. I believe I have the long game currently. Because I can grind through these with my Grave Troll plus Brawn. Hopefully really soon, Injectilio. The person who I commissioned them from has finished making them and just needs to send me the files. Once I have the files sent to me, I will upload them straight away, but I do not have them quite yet. Okay, this one might not be beatable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, so now we can't tutor for Brawn. Need to draw it. The Rise from the Tides makes that deck a lot better. The problem is I need to save this Pulse to rebuy the Grave Troll later. Who is the artist for my emotes? They are called Docky Bird. It's a team of 2 people. I really like their work. I could pulse back the Fauna Shaman to find Brawn and try and blow them out next turn. Like, hope they only single block these things. I think that's the plan. Because the tokens are going to come in tapped. Yeah, if you want the spelling, it's like this. Temperance. They're like my favorite emote artist I found. I think their work is just like A+. Interesting. So I need to Slum Reaper. If I sack the Wayfinder, I have 1 less attacker, but it makes the Boneyard one bigger. So I guess it makes no difference. Oh no, I can sack the Reaper to itself. There we go. Figured it out. Oh yeah, we can discard the Scrabbler. You're right. To the Mongrel. I don't know if they can actually beat this. They might just be dead on board, honestly, with the Brawn, regardless of how they block. That makes sense, Temperance. We have a Fauna Shaman. Oh. I clicked to tackle, excellent point. Well presented. I did not mean to attack with the Fauna Shaman. Oh, streamer advantage, etc. Okay. Okay, that makes this game slightly more challenging. Just like a tiny bit. Slightly. We'd have helped otherwise, yeah, we'd have helped, we'd have won otherwise. We'll win game 3, it's gonna be fine. Okay. This is not ideal. We're also dead on board. Cool. Let's move on. Pydon was somewhat dead. If we played that slightly better. If I hadn't punted horrifically. You're making a very sad face right now. I'm just making it more exciting. Taking it to the game 3, making things more tense. The drama is worth it. You'd never see... The tides were quite high. They were quite high. Okay. Gonna get him this time. Hand's perfect. And by perfect, I mean stone medium. I did make it look like I don't have Brawn. A slightly awkward detail there, Ty, is that we had Brawn in game 1. And it ruined them. So, you know. Slightly awkward detail. I made them think I boarded it out. Yeah, they said that in chat. They were wondering if I sided it out. So the only way we lost that game last year is because they returned Rise from the Tides 2 times. So I think we're on the Opal Snout life. I don't know how that deck ever really beats us without casting Rise from the Tides multiple times. These are just, like, not the worst against Archaeomancer anyway. find my way. Ooh, look at this value. Dece. That's terrifying. There is literal zero justice, Selene. You are not wrong. Literal zero justice. I think I'm going to return this Fauna Shaman with my Pulse, just so I can use my mana efficiently. Next turn I get to do both of these. Damn. Saw through my bluff. So smart. Oh, Alchemist is so absurd. God is kind of disgusting. Yeah. Okay. Solid Phoenix value. Have the discard. Oh, if I play a land first, they can't rune snag this. If they want to rune snag the Wayfinder, I don't really care particularly. Well, next turn we get our Shaman going. Do I want to discard this Grave Troll on my upkeep? Kind of want to draw lands, almost. Maybe. Probably just going to Fiery Temper this anyway. Save us the thought process. Just the wind. Alright. See ya, Selene. Have a nice trip home. Or safe trip home, rather. It's fun having you around. Alright. A bit scared about them returning this Phoenix. I guess that's really slow though. Need them to not have another rune snag. That would be brutal. I've only seen 2 from that deck though, so I think it's safe just to jam. Okay, please just pass the turn. That would be nice. Alright, deal. I guess that card's kind of messed up. It's actually a bit scary. Alright, let's attack with my steed. I want to swing with the Wayfinder too, just to have it die. Almost. Gets me to 4 creatures in yard for this. Yeah, they'll just block with a 0/3, alright. You are correct. I am not Juanito. I am now home from the trip. I was thinking free Grave Troll is so unexciting. If I cast this, I'm like 90% sure it just gets Fiery Tempered. The free does get to attack into their board. They want to Fiery Temper this, I'm like super okay with that. I get to leave up the Awful Snout for the Phoenix, potentially. Not 100% sure how much I even care about the Phoenix, but it was nice meeting you too. WMC was great. I'm kind of sad my team didn't do better, but it was still an awesome experience. Wow, it's only a 2-2. Alright, well, I can still just sack this into my yard, right? Which is nice. So I can dredge it. Which I think I'm in the market for. They want to return Phoenix here, I don't think I care particularly. We didn't get any feature matches, sadly. The bit we did really poorly on was the sealed portion. So we just had like a poor record from the start of the day as the result. Our pool was just like very medium. I think we could have like 2-1 with it, but it also like wasn't surprising to go 1-2 with it. Like either result would have been very within range. How did the interview like look? I was a bit nervous. I've not had an interview like that as part of a Wizards thing before. I had no idea how like our team came across, I guess. Just cast my troll. Everyone looked awkward from every country in those interviews. That sounds about right. Just like Magic player things. Please don't rune snag me. Like, I can recast this, but it takes me through so many cards from my library. Alright. It's a thing that happens. They're digging through this life total of ours. And they don't have any more rune snags though, most likely. The interview is great. I am relieved to hear that shop. Interesting, just sitting there on 5 lands, not rummaging. Their hand's just that good. Get back troll again. Just keep casting it. Okay. Have I just played the Shaman last time? That's true, to play around the rune snag. I'm just so scared of Fiery Temper, but I guess I also need Fiery Temper to not go to my face. So there's like that. (9/9) regenerate, gross. They can return the Phoenix here potentially, or they're just firing a Fiery Temper at my face. Okay. Scary. This Alchemist is doing work. Kinda just murdering me. I think I might need to oval snout this. Which kind of sucks, but I don't think I can afford to let them have another fiery temper is the problem. Obviously they gain 9 life off their Archaeomancer, but it is what it is. Just then we get to cast both of these. I could also just edict them. Both their creatures are incredibly high value. I just want to get my clock going as much as possible. Fauna Shaman also threatens to dig for Brawn if we draw a creature. I almost wonder if we're meant to hold the Ghoul Steed so I can tutor for Brawn. I feel like there's a decent chance the Fauna Shaman just dies here. Oh boy. Second Alchemist. Scary. This is going to be really close, it feels like. Just attack with these two. Yeah, just jam, I agree. I'm just wondering what I meant to do this turn. Whether it's spawning or edict them. Neither of them feels like quite good enough. Oh, they're going to try and go for the kill, I guess. So if I edict them, they sack this. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. If they have a temper, we're just dead anyway. I just need to get them dead. Just like hope they don't have temper in their hand. Yeah, spawning kills them next turn for sure. Even if they have a Rise from the Tides, their creatures will come in untapped. We just need to dodge temper. That's not a temper. What does that get? They don't have a land for a Frantic Search. I guess they do have the land for the Frantic Search. Okay. So this puts us to 4. So temper is lethal. Temper makes it 9. Oh my god. The old punt game 2, win game 3 anyway. Easy. Oh my gosh. That is great. That is just swell. Also, I've now 2-1'd like 7 of my drafts of this format. One good punt deserves another, of course. Alright, before we hop in the next one, I'm gonna head to the bathroom a sec. and then we will continue being the ultimate master. It'll be great. Alright. If we didn't punt game 2, how would we have won game 3? Exactly. Exactly. Alright, let's do this again. Set is great. Loving these drafts way too much.